Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So today it's looking pretty darn good. Bitcoin is rallying. It's continuing inching higher. And altcoins are rallying in a major way. There's a lot of movers today, but there's still a lot of bargains to be had. So today I want to go over the news, look at what's going on in Bitcoin, and take a look at some altcoins that I still feel are very, very undervalued. So thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, smash a like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All right, guys, let's do this. People are feeling good today. The market is doing good. There's a lot to talk about. Whenever there's a good old rally, of course, there's a lot to talk about. All right, so starting with Bitcoin, it was as high as like 38,000 something. We're right now at 37.8, right? So obviously better than last night. I think when I was streaming, it was like 36.2 or 36 or 50, 35, somewhere like that. But overall, Bloody Monday, Bloody Sunday averted. We are now, Wednesday? And things are still creeping up. And things are looking good. And everyone that was bearish before seems to have turned bullish and found new patterns or technicals that show that Bitcoin is now in recovery mode. But I've been telling you guys to just stay strong, ignore the FUD, and continue to buy bargains, dollar cost average, and hold always. That's the one strategy that has always proven itself. And I don't think that'll ever change. Now, I've been talking a lot about FUD recently, right? And especially last night, talked about JP Morgan FUD, also Tether FUD. Today, I want to bring up something real quick. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about FUD, but I just want to make an example right away. Because yesterday, JP Morgan did the same thing, and now Guggenheim is doing, or did the same thing, I should say. So look at this new article. Guggenheim's new fund may seek exposure to Bitcoin, according to SEC filing. So this is not a surprise. Guggenheim has been talking about getting Bitcoin and putting Bitcoin into their funds for quite some time. The thing is, I don't think they actually bought any Bitcoin yet because they've been waiting for the SEC to approve them. They've been saying that, at least Scott Miner has been saying that since Bitcoin is 10,000. And he did an interview when Bitcoin was like 20,000 saying, unfortunately, we didn't buy any yet. So I think this whole time he may have not bought any, which is why I brought up this FUD. You know, Scott Miner, he tweeted on the 28th, warning guys, crypto investors be warned, be prepared for a volatile holiday weekend. What gives him authority to to say that? Like, is he someone that's really into the crypto game? Is he like a crypto investor? Is he a crypto analyst? Right? So he himself was causing a whole lot of FUD before Bloody Sunday, or the rumor Bloody Sunday. He was tweeting this before, right? Got a lot of people anxious. The FUD just compounded, I should say. Right? So again, a prime example of this is the CIO of Guggenheim, one of the biggest investment firms out there. He is spreading FUD through Twitter, telling people, hey, watch out. There might be a big sell-off, so you should probably want to sell. And guess what? While he's doing that, Guggenheim is trying to buy Bitcoin. They're trying to buy Bitcoin into this new fund. Look at this article. You know, this new fund, who's going to be managing it? According to the document, Guggenheim's chief investment officer, Scott Miner, will be responsible for the day-to-day management of the fund's portfolio. Right? He himself is involved in managing this Bitcoin fund that he has not gotten approval for, which means that he still has not bought yet, which means he wants Bitcoin to stay as low as possible so that he could buy as much as he can to put into this fund. Do you get what I'm saying now, right? Like, why would he tweet this out? Of all the things that he could be tweeting out, of all the things, all the investment portfolios, everything that he has, this is the last thing he tweeted out on his Twitter account. So, put one and one together. What I've been saying about the big banks, institutions, investment companies, hedge funds, right? They want Bitcoin to be low right now because they're trying to accumulate. They want to accumulate as much as possible. You could see it. You just put one and one together. You don't have to be some crazy smart person or analyst to look behind the scenes. It's right in front of you. You just have to put one and one together. All right, so besides this, I just want to mention that real quick. Obviously, crypto overall market is doing better. Look at it, the global market cap, $1.71 trillion, an increase of almost 7%, 6.2%, right? And today you have some big movers. Like Binance Coin is up 16%, over $400. It was just $300 a few days ago, right? Would have been a prime opportunity to buy it. But with that said, wait, I'm going to tell you the bargain. With that said, at 400, still a bargain compared to 700 it was a few weeks ago. Cardano still inching higher. Look at Dogecoin up 30%. I talked about why Dogecoin is up. Polkadot is coming up. There's a lot of greens today. So it's a good recovery day. Of course, it makes us feel good, but we're nowhere close back to previous highs, right? Which is a good thing. Because many of you guys did not take advantage because you were waiting. You were hearing others calling it a bear market and how we're going to drop to 20K and this and that and all this, right? And you may have been waiting on the sidelines. Well, now you have your opportunity still, because I think there's still a lot of bargains to be had. All right, before I get to that, let me get through a few pieces of news real quick, and then let me go over the list. Something that I've been showing you guys a lot of recently is the stock to flow model, which still measures how much Bitcoin there is in terms of how much is flowing around, being released, and total. This is something that was applied to something like gold before. Now it's applied to Bitcoin, and if you look at this is another version of the stock to flow X model. And you could see that where we are now is very, very similar, if not identical, to the 2017 pattern, right? Right about midway through, this is the 2017 cycle. You could see about midway through, we were there. Right now, we took a little of a dip, but still, we're right there, right? So stock to flow still shows that we are right on track. Unless Bitcoin like deviates and comes down all the way like down here. I mean, it is still right on track. This is how I define a bull market. We're in the fourth year of a 4-year cycle. The most bullish year usually have 2.5, 3 years of down and 1 or 1.5 really, really, really positive year. And we started seeing that ladder of 2020 moving to this year. I don't think that has stopped. I don't think we're anywhere close to top. And a lot of these bigger macro kind of analysis or patterns still say we are right on track. Unfortunately, just too many people that are trying to explain it day to day or week to week, and it's just too hard that way. You just got to focus on the bigger picture, a broader timeline, and you'll realize there is no reason to be panicking, that we are still right on track. All right, besides this, what else is there? Dogecoin, of course. Yesterday I covered it many times already. Dogecoin went up 40%. At one point, 40% today. I think it came back down. Now it's like a 30%. And that's because Coinbase Pro will be trading. They're allowing deposit, but they will open up trading tomorrow. And after that, who knows what's going to happen. Is it going to take 2 weeks, 4 weeks before it gets out on Coinbase? People are complaining about Solana. Solana is still not on Coinbase, right? So people are wondering what's going on. Are they just too backlogged right now, or is it going to change? Because their previous model was Coinbase Pro, and then about 2 weeks later on Coinbase, but now things have changed. But anyways, a lot of excitement, of course. Elon, I should say, is getting in and tweeting out, and that's why Dogecoin is going up. And here's the thing. Look at this. 16 million of Doge shorts gets liquidated. I mean, why? Why would you short Dogecoin? Out of all the crypto out there, I would say Doge is the one coin you do not want to short. It just makes no sense. If you don't like Doge, that's fine. Shorting it is going to lead to wreckage. You're going to wreck yourself really fast, especially if you're utilizing people's Bybit links and putting a leverage short on Doge. That's a sure way to lose all your money quickly. So don't do it. Don't do it. What else is there? Here we go. Polygon. Polygon has just been an absolute roll recently. Mark Cuban invested. Now another capital firm, AU21. is joining in Polygon, unveiling a 21 million fund to support Polygon developers. And Polygon themselves has like 100 or 150 million fund to attract DeFi projects to its chain. So Polygon is really serious. They know. A lot of people have been hearing about or talking about, hey, if Ethereum moves to Ethereum 2, right, proof of stake, or they have their optimism enabled, what does Polygon go do? Because they're like a layer 2 for Ethereum. So what do? Right? Are they just go die? Well, that's what Polygon's working on. They're making sure they don't. While they have the traction, because they are a big cap now, and while they have all these dApps coming aboard, they're just going to incentivize them to keep coming aboard, and they're building their own ecosystem, and they really do have quite a bit now. So they can't operate as they're a standalone chain without being dependent on Ethereum, and that's very, very, very smart of Polygon, and they're continuing forward. And the last piece of news, just real quick, some of you guys are in the US, Coinbase rival Kraken launches mobile crypto trading in US. I kind of expected this a long time ago, but you know what? I guess it's here. A lot of you guys do use Kraken, and their desktop interface isn't the most friendly. Let's just put it that way. Not compared to some of the other guys. So hopefully their mobile app is a lot better. Of course, you still have Voyager, which is something that you could use. That's pretty, I would say, not as simple as Coinbase. Honestly, Coinbase and Gemini's mobile apps are like the easiest. Voyager's okay, a little confusing at times, and we'll see how Kraken's is. All right, so that's the news. Now, let's get to the main portion, and that is bargain altcoins. I'm going to go through these very quick. I've done a lot of these videos, and there's so many projects I do like, but I'm going to go through very quick, and I'm not just going to stop at page 1. I'm going to go to page 2, too, because I looked at page 2 earlier today, and I actually do think there's a lot of good, smaller, mid caps that have been weaker recently, and I do think they're really a bargain right now. They're not really micro caps, but they're small caps. All right, let me see if I missed anything. Matt, one whale sold 9,000 BTC at 55K before the dump, bought back in at 31K. Manipulation, yeah, I mean, makes sense, right? That's a lot. That's a lot of BTC. Can you comment Vera short-term, long-term? Versity is not a project I really love. I'm neutral on it, so can't tell you. KNC jumped from 160 this morning, but did not reflect Gemini. Should I cash out or stay in? If you could sell at 978, then yeah, you should. But it's probably because, look at it, they have a legacy in V2, so they probably did some kind of token redenomination or something like that, or they're transitioning to a new token. So most likely it's just a mistake. You try to cash out, you probably can't. But if you can, and you're in a profit, then sure, why not? But most likely, you're probably not going to be able to. All right, so let's go down this list real quick, okay? Ones I love, ones I don't. And honestly, most of these are bargains right now. And the reason why I say that is because you look at where they are now versus a month ago, and you'll realize that a lot of them are down 20, 30, 40, 50, 60%. So when things are down versus their previous highs from just a month ago, and while we're still in this bull run, I think they are a bargain. So most of these are still bargains. Some of these have caught up really quickly, but some are still way, way, way under. And I do think that when you pick them up at a discount of, again, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% off, that's a pretty good buy. All right. So obviously, starting number 1, Bitcoin is down from 64. Yes. Ethereum is down from 42. Yes. Binance Coin down from 700. Yes. Top 3 can't go wrong. Tether, Ignore, Cardano, Dogecoin, XRP, Polkadot, all yes in my opinion. I love Cardano now. I think there's so much more coming. Dogecoin, I said, is not going to go away. It's not going to go away at all. It's going to be supported by all the Doge fans and all the billionaires out there. XRP, when they settle their lawsuit, they will skyrocket, I believe. Polkadot has been undervalued for quite some time. Parachain is coming out. Uniswap, Chainlink, Polygon. These are yeses in my book. Uniswap is not going to go away anytime soon. And they are relying on Arbitrum, which is a layer 2 for Ethereum. When that comes out, that could really help them move forward. Chainlink, there's a monster powerhouse with, oracles and Arbitrum too. Litecoin, I'll say yes, maybe. It's still lower than a point than Charlie sold his bags. Just keep that in mind. Polygon, definitely yes. I just told you about it. Stellar's okay. Solana is a big yes. Big yes. I think they're going to go very far. VeChain, big yes. Ethereum Classic, so. Theta, a big yes. EOS, I'm going to skip over some of these that I don't. Not that I hate them, but I think they're neutral. EOS, Tron, Filecoin, neutral. Aave, I do like. Neo, a big yes. Shiba, no. IOTA, so. PancakeSwap, oh, there's something going on. IOTA is trying to do some kind of upgrade, so that's why they're doing pretty good. But PancakeSwap, a big yes. Kusama, a big yes. FTX, Tizo, so. Crypto.com, Cosmos, yes, especially Cosmos. I just read some stuff about them. They're working on some big DeFi stuff that I think will really help them. People always ask me why Cosmos doesn't move. I think DeFi could really carry them far. Huobi, Algo, maybe. Terra is definitely yes. They have a lot of stuff going on, and they sold off, quite honestly, more than they should have. Thorchain, okay. BDT, Avalanche, so. Compound, I do like. Hedera, okay. Theta Fuel, part of Theta, yes. Elrond, yes. Even Celsius, I'd say yes. They're still doing pretty well in the lending space. Yearn, so. Telcoin, a big yes, because they're a new charter bank. That could be a big thing for them. But overall, they're just killing ribbons. Chili's, yes. Sushi, yes. Halo, maybe. Synthetic, maybe. Zilliqa, yes. Helium, yes. And they actually held, to be honest, they held pretty well. I think their highs is only 18, so they're not really far off from their high. And they're all about creating a mesh network, so I like that. Decentraland, yes. Engine, yes. Near, yes. Near is another protocol. Smart contract play, yes. Basic attention token. Harmony. I would say even Digibyte. Bakery token. The Graph. These are all fantastic projects. The other ones, so. Going down this list here, I think like 0x, Nano, OMG, they're so. I think they are where they are. Phantom, I think, is a big yes. Cello is a big yes. I do like both of those. Icon, promising. Anchor, I would say yes, kind of there. Neutral, yes, somewhere around there. KuCoin token and Flow, big yeses for both. I love KuCoin and I do love Flow. I think they're very, very undervalued. 1inch, yes. Quant is okay. Voyager, big yes. Arweave, a big yes. They're the storage for Solana. And then IOST, reserve rights, so. Kyber did something with their token. I'm not sure what it is, which is why you have now Legacy. So someone was asking about that. Scale and Isaac, kind of interesting. Nervous, also Nervos, kind of interesting. I do like Dent. I've been looking more into Ergo, which is something that Charles really loves. I'm still kind of so on them, but a lot of people have been talking about them. VThor from VeChain, but I like VeChain a lot more. Origin, NFT, yes. Venus, a big yes. Kava also, yes. They're part of Cosmos too. That could play a big part with their future. Storage, yeah, I would say yes. Injective, Energy Web Token. I saw some videos about Energy Web Token. Kind of interesting. So I'd say yes. Cartesi and NKN, they're kind of neutral in my book. Fetch AI, Sellers, another, yeah. I'd say the next big yes is Wax. I think Wax is a big NFT play, overlooked. Serum is a DEX for Solana, overlooked. I think yes. Orchid VPN, kind of interesting. Alpha, kind of DeFi, yeah, interesting. Sandbox is a yes. StormX, I would say it's a yes. They dropped off quite a bit. They're actually so much so I think they're a bargain now. And you go down the list. So a lot of these are maybes, neutral, Dodo's neutral, like Ampleforth neutral, Band is neutral. A lot of these are neutral. I think Cody, I'd still like Cody. I think the yes. WAN chain is also interesting, yes. And then I think that's it. Travala and Utrust, I know a lot of people like them, but one is in the travel industry, one is in like a third party, like a PayPal kind of thing. So they're okay. They're okay. So that's kind of it. I kind of glanced through real quick because I've talked about a lot of these many times. I want to save time, but I think there's a lot of good projects out there. And almost all, I say almost all of them are a bargain right now because they're down 30, 40, 50% from their previous highs, right? Which means they have the potential to get back up there really quick when the market recovers too. So, and these are the ones that have a lot of traction, great teams, and great premise, and they're not just a deflationary meme coin that serves no purpose at all. These projects are all building, and they continue to build and build and build, and that's what you want to see. All right, guys. All right, let me do some Q&A. All right, let me scroll up. Jamal says, look at Uno, low cap KuCoin gem reinsurance use case tapping into unsaturated trillion market. When you say insurance or reinsurance, that just turns me off right away. I don't like any insurance place in crypto. I just don't believe. I just don't believe in them at all. Uniswap is having a new governance that's trying to lobby on behalf of DeFi, but the people they want were World Economic Forum people. I don't know what that means. I know Uniswap, the whole purpose of Uni is to have a governance system. So I don't know what you're saying. That people don't like the new governance system. I'm not familiar with it. I'll have to see. All right. 2 people shilling Uno, and the second person pretending like he's not involved with the first person. But let's just look at it real quick. No, I'm not gonna go through it, especially since they've been DDoSed. They're on KuCoin, and oh man. All right, I guess since I have no other choice. Okay, here we go. Built by award-winning team will ensure your insurance providers. Yeah, that's just a horrible idea. That's a horrible idea. Insurance providers is not gonna be using Uno for additional insurance. Okay, I mean, come on, give me a break. Give me a break here. They're gonna rely on some unknown crypto company that isn't regulated and doesn't have enough liquidity to back their insurance. That's just ridiculous. Glitchy BTC on Twitter, chart is pinned. Okay, I know you sent me an email. I honestly didn't like your project, so I'm investing in Eternity chain. Yeah, they came down, and they came down more because it was just too hyped up. People kept asking about it. I was not impressed with it. I looked at it. Before they had nothing. Everything was to be announced on their website. I'm like, why is everyone getting into it? There's nothing here. And then when they finally released the artist, I didn't think it was such a big deal. Hi from Miami, ready for Bitcoin event. You should be a speaker on a whale list. And you know why I didn't sign up? Because before I was supposed to take a vacation. And then now I have my vacation plans canceled, so it's kind of too late. But oh well, I'll be watching from home. Mike, what are your thoughts on AGI? I don't like AGI. I don't like Singularity. I know the founder is really smart and created a Sophia AI robot, but the marketplace for it is just very small. I still think AI is too new, and it's just something that I think maybe one day could get big, but right now, not so much. Gabriel asks, a new project, Save Your Pancake. That'll be a layer over pancake that removes all error, slippage, and everything. Okay. Well, when it's done, you can show me on that. Could you look at, is this Nervos? Yeah, I've looked at Nervos before. I just mentioned it when I was going through. So they've been around for a while. So they have some way. It's a blockchain that somehow aggregates all the tokens out there. So that was their initial thing. I don't know if they still do that anymore. So I think they got a lot of attention when Voyager added them out of the blue. But you know, I don't know. I think there's more promising things right now. I don't like Happy. I mean, I'm just neutral, nothing against them. They're Oracle for breaches and stuff, which, you know, I think you could do that with Chainlink too. And I'm not sure if that actually does anything. It's supposed to send warning signs when there's a breach or a hack and stuff like that. But I think you could program other things to do the same thing. And if you're not aware of the hack to begin with, I don't know how Happy it's going to actually be able to detect it. Marcel, thoughts on Tencent? You know what? I don't really like Tencent. I did a sponsor segment with them before. They're trying to raise money to be their own hedge fund. And they added a whole bunch of deflationary aspects into it to reward people, and you could vote on things. But ultimately, what they're trying to do is get a whole bunch of money so they could act as a hedge fund. And the team didn't seem too seasoned either. So I wish them well. Maybe they could pull it off. But after I really understood the premise, I was like, I don't know if I could get behind this project. Hey, George, I'm trying a lot of POS and opinion. I don't know what you're talking about. Positive and negative opinions all over. It gets exhausting. Should I hold? There, Michael, if you've been watching me, what is my model? You dollar cost averaging hodl. Right? So I don't know what you're asking about hearing a lot of positive and negative opinions all over. If you're here and you're listening to me and you're trying to learn from me, you hodl. You hodl. Okay? Despite the fact you may hear a lot of opinions. And even if they are true, even if Bitcoin goes down lower, does that mean you should panic sell your Bitcoin, Cardano, Matic, or ETH right now? The answer is no. The answer is no. So stick with me here. Cardano for Cardano just dipped to a good entry price. The problem with Cardano projects is that none of them are really usable because Goguen is not out yet. You have to wait until Gogen's out before smart contracts can be used. So I'm not very bullish on Cardano projects right now. I'm waiting for Goguen to be done, which hopefully should be the next, 3 months or so, because they're already starting to test out their testnet with it. Can you look at a Loom Network that has a similar project like Matic that are currently working on integrating? Loom Network is an old project. Didn't they switch into like healthcare or something? Yeah, I swear. So they went back to their old thing. I used to love Loom. Loom was a layer 2 with gamification. You could build games and stuff like that. But then I checked them out like 6 months ago, and they somehow decided to go into just healthcare exclusively, and I got off the bandwagon completely. Now it seems like they come back to becoming a layer 2 again with gamification. I bet the teams have flip-flopped or something. I swear, like 6 months ago when I checked them, they went into healthcare, and I'm like, what the hell did they do? So hopefully, I have to relook at them. I know the premise from before. I don't know if they really changed afterwards. Nervos Network made a big deal with Ada. They're in the gaming space. Can you imagine if they did a deal with PlayStation? I don't know. That sounds good, but what deal can they make with PlayStation, honestly? I mean, what? They go host their games in a decentralized manner? I don't think so. So I think it looks promising, but again, you gotta look at it and think of a bigger picture. What are they actually going to do? And I think you just made that up, right? That's not actually happening. Polkadot, I don't really have a comment on it. It's not doing well. I know that it was very hyped up, but Polkadot projects right now, honestly, just they're not doing that well. And Eternity was just too hyped up before. So can it possibly come back up? Yes, but I mean, it pumped up so much, so high. When people were asking me about it, I've always said I think it's too overhyped, right? And now it's better. You know, now it's basically what this is like where they started at, right? So I think they need some better. I think they need some better artists on there. Quant Fury token. What is this? Yeah, there's something weird going on here. Yeah, I'm going to skip that for now. Did I mention BNB? Yes, I mentioned BNB at the very beginning. I don't need to give a price prediction. Just know that it's undervalued right now. It was at 700 before. Now it's at 400. Yeah. Any idea when the next BNB burn is? It'll probably be another month or so. I remember the last one was in March. I think it was March. You can look it up. It's every quarter, so every 3 months. It should be happening pretty soon. Ren and Algorand, both I'm not. I'm just neutral on. Cody plus your 3 favorite alts for June. There's no 3 favorite. I just went through the whole freaking list, the top 200. There's a lot that's a lot in there that I like. Right now, I've said I've been concentrating more on big caps and layer 2s and EVM compatible chains, but there's a lot of DeFi NFT stuff that I also like is very undervalued. I like AMP. I like AMP quite a lot. Mina's asking for a Dogecoin prediction. I think Dogecoin will stay in the top 10. I honestly think it will. I don't think it's going to go anytime soon. There's too many strong hands holding it and a lot of billionaires that keep pumping it. So, yeah. You sound neutral on Anchor. It's the only altcoin I have that you didn't sound. I don't see the bigger picture. Anchor is just a cloud computing. It's like it helps you deploy nodes, which you can very easily do for free, but they're charging a fee. So I don't see the big deal on that. The only thing I do like is they provide liquid staking on ETH right now. But besides that, it's just like if you're running nodes on AWS, that's basically what they're doing. If you want a new gem, what is this? Save your assets. Yeah. Reef? Reef, not so much. Luna, Terra is definitely a big one I like. Helium, market cap. I don't know about market cap. I do think they can grow a lot more from where they are. Let's just put it that way. I like 1inch as a DEX aggregator. Nervos, I have looked at them before, but I'll look at them again. Mina really hyped up. All right. I think I've seen this before. They're on Kraken, interesting. The world's lightest blockchain. Yeah, I have seen this before. It's like a few KB or something like that. I have seen it. I think they're invested by Coinbase also. I think they are, yeah, Coinbase Ventures portfolio. I remember that. I still don't know how they could do it, though. I just don't understand it. But I do think they have good promise. Especially if they're listed on Coinbase, they have a good chance. I mean, they're invested by Coinbase. They can be on Coinbase soon. But it might be a while. Filecoin, I don't think Filecoin's going to go away anytime soon. I mean, they're the biggest decentralized storage play out there. The creators create IPFS, which is basically the foundation for almost all decentralized storage. So I think they could do well, but they're kind of big already. They had their pump, and it just looks like, they might be just staying there for a little bit. I still like smaller players that are more undervalued, I'd say. Venus and I covered all these guys. You guys should Should rewind. All right, guys, I'll let you guys go. Overall, today is a good recovery day. It's a good recovery day. It's not the most massive pump. Not going to exaggerate it. You know, I still love to see us break through 41. We haven't been able to do that for quite some time, right? But surely, steadily, Bitcoin is climbing higher and higher and higher. And once we break into the 40s again, I think we're going to see some real movement. But in the meantime, people are putting their money back into alts, which is very promising. We're having a good recovery for alts, but still a lot of bargains to be had, which is actually a very good thing. Very good thing for those of you guys that's sitting on the sidelines, scared, listening to the FUD that still exists. The FUD didn't go away. But you know what? If you want to win at a game of crypto, you want to build that life-changing wealth, you got to learn and have discipline. Dollar cost average like a machine and hodl like a machine and ignore the FUD. That's really it. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one.